YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, and I'm going to bring you some more Carthage campaign. I had been testing around on a few things on patch 7. I don't have any conclusive stuff to talk about, but there are videos out there, and I'm sure there'll be more coming. I think the biggest things to be aware of, and I'll just show you real quick while I'm in here, is missile infantry. And there's some things about this patch I don't like. I'm not going to talk about that right now. Let's just cover the important stuff. So if you'll notice, these Cretan archers now have a lot higher attack than they did before, and some of their damage is armor piercing. So not much, but you'll also notice these guys have heavy shot, and it increases missile damage. So this actually makes archers a lot more feasible. Really no change to slingers, I don't think. No. Yeah, not any real change to slingers. Another big change, though, is that the damage on all missile units has been, on all javelin units has been increased and given a lot of armor-piercing damage. So javelins are now pretty armor-piercing. That's some of the big missile changes. I'll talk more about other changes. I've already talked about them somewhat, which was the stuff that I mentioned to you in the campaign about formation attack. So I've already been through that. I don't think they've gotten it right just yet. I don't mind if they get... I mean, the thing is if you get rid of formation attack, everything's just going to be attacking in big nasty blobs all the time. But if you leave it, it actually makes your troops worse. And I think there's an easy fix out there. The easy fix is you keep formation attack for those units that would attack in formation, and you have it provide a sensible bonus. So since they get beat, and the reason they get beat is because fewer of them are actually attacking because they're busy holding in formation. But the whole idea behind a formation attack back in the old days was to actually be more defensive and to cause more damage to your opponent. And it worked. The Romans and the Greeks did it in the form of hoplites and legions, respectively. Yeah, I screwed it up, but you know what I mean. Hoplites were the Greeks, Romans with the legions. They did it quite effectively. The other thing I think they screwed up is they put pikes into kind of a loose formation, and they don't have near as much bracing and stopping power, which I think was a huge mistake. The missiles, though, they moved in the right direction, and they did a bunch of other stuff on campaign that was right. Gosh, I can't wait for them to finish fixing some stuff in multiplayer, and I guess I'm starting to get impatient. I'm trying not to be, but I am. Let's pick back up where we left off. You can see my incomes come way up. It's partly because I just finished researching this technology, which cut my corruption by 20%, gave me a +7 tax rate, +4 order, and then it even subtracted from my agent cost, which is nice. Let's come back to the military technology tree. I'd like to get a hold of some Balearic slingers and some other missile units, and I don't know if I can recruit those or I just have to recruit them as, or if I just have to recruit them as other units. Some cavalry would be nice too, elephants and stuff. Combat post. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to research this one right here. I do have these units that are in forced march, which I want to take that off. So we'll go into no stance while we're sitting here. This navy I could use to go ahead and push up an assault on Apollonia. Getting rid of Epidamnos would be also quite nice. Let's garrison this navy for just one turn. Oh, whoops. Don't know why I did that. And I accidentally just hit tab. Alright. Yeah, so I'm going to keep that navy garrison for a turn just to let it retrain a little. The Macedonians ran off for me with their navy, and they're back over here now. So I'm trying to think. Let's put this fleet in this sea region, and then let's switch it over to patrol, which is going to cost 50% of movement points, minus 25% on piracy, and plus 50% reinforcement range. So I'll go ahead and put these guys into patrol mode, and hopefully, because I want to say there was quite a bit of piracy going on here. There was at one point. Maybe not anymore. Whatever. Okay, let's see. I do have some money to spend. Let's see if we can drive some economy. I'm gonna build this larger town center that's gonna drive a little bit of wealth and growth, so that hopefully I can add more buildings. I can build a temple here, but none of these temples that I can afford with the remainder of my cash in this turn are what I want. I do have some agent actions though. Let's see if we can get rid of some of these Athenian agents. Let's try, I know that I can coerce them and that helps me get more agents, but at this point I just want these people gone. And this particular champion's pretty good at slaughter. Check it out. It kind of makes me feel bad. Killing women. That can't exactly be a good practice. Let's see. I wonder if this guy is any good. Let's see if we can take out this other Athenian agent here. What chance do we have of assassination? Not much. Better chance of manipulation, so, oh, but I can't afford it. All I can afford is a mere assassination. Let's see what some of my other units can do. That's a fairly low rank spy, so I'm not expecting anything huge there. This is a pretty high ranking spy that I have here. Let's see what they can do. Again, coercion's a good chance, but I don't have enough money. Assassination, decent chance, but not enough money. So it looks like I won't be doing much by way of agent actions on the remainder of this turn. I do have a full army up here to help defend Ariminum, and it did so. So we should be safe, even though the RDI just keep coming up with magic armies. Let's see, do they have that Bard in here? Like, the Bard's one of my favorite ones, but I don't see him here. Shipbuilding, missile attack, tariff, income from trade, but I don't have any trade agreements, unfortunately. Let's see, at least none that I'm aware of. Maybe one or two. I don't know. We'll get the tariff to trade, even though I don't have a whole lot of stuff. Seems like it would be crazy to turn that down. Where was it? Right here? No, no, no. Dang, what happened? It still cracks me up. This one looks just like Will. I'm sure it was intended that way. Here it was. I'll take this one. And then as far as upgrades, I'll throw a commander on there. Okay. I do believe that we'll call it good through the remainder of this turns. I really wish I could take out those enemy agents. Yet I cannot. I just don't have... I wonder if we can just put this champion in this army and do some military training. Maybe that'll protect my general. Maybe we can do the same with all of these armies around here. I don't know if it really protects my general, but it's worth a shot. That one's already got an agent in it. And we can put this agent in here. It'll at least gain them some experience. Okay, let's end the turn, see what happens. I'm not running my timer either, even though I never stick to it when I do, but I'll do my best. Looks like one of my agents just leveled up. The RDI have gone back to their settlement, no doubt to continue their breeding programs so that they can send wave after wave of men to their death at Ariminum. So my mercenary veteran did indeed get better. We've been subverted at Brundisium, the garrison's been assaulted. That's kind of weird how it happens. Let's see, one of my admirals died of natural causes. One of my generals died. Slums in Cosentia. Fantastic. Meganid Dynasty, other dynasties. Barkid Dynasty. Oh, this is one of the guys I was already using. He got injured, so we can bring him back into service. Let's bring an elephant unit so that hopefully we can raffle stomp some, and I'm gonna get the heavy tower one. But let's be careful about who we bring. That's the guy that gets gravitas, and I don't really want that. Of course, we might be able to... Other dynasties, I don't... Yeah. Let's do this. Take a look at the old political realm right now. The Meganid Dynasty's got a bunch of characters in it that we might be able to adopt. I have 41%. I'm not sure I want to make my faction too terribly strong, though, because that could actually tip off a war. Can secure promotion for this guy. That probably doesn't help me either, though. I'll probably be getting closer to that war as well. Not sure that was a smart move. Okay, I think it's time that we go invade Apollonia. Let's make sure that this army has plenty of siege weapons. It does. It's also got a lot of swords, which will do quite well in melee. This unit, though, has a lot of pikes. Pikes aren't as good in this patch, unfortunately. I might stick with the one that's got swords, because these guys are well leveled up. And I have some cav there. What we'll do is we'll stack onto this navy, and then I'll use my navy to come over here and blockade. And then I think what we shall do is go ahead and let's see what they got. Some levy pikemen. They do have a lot of troops. Of course, and I can't use my ballista unless I put them on the land, so let's maintain the blockade. How do I get a noble death in the middle of the turn, or is it just... No, I think it's just replaying the ones. It's a glitch, I think. Okay, so let's get my army. And I'd kind of like to take my army... Alright, I can't actually go ashore until the next turn. And if these guys are blockading, they can't protect this fleet, which is a bit dangerous, just in case an enemy fleet comes after me. Let's actually break this blockade.
Sun shall pass.
Resolve, maintain. What if I don't want to maintain the blockade? I probably did this wrong, folks. Let's go ahead and move this army up. And let's bring this navy out here as well. Alright, hopefully this works out. Hopefully I don't get attacked by a navy where I can't... I mean, yeah, there is an enemy fleet right there, but I mean, I do have a lot of ships in the vicinity, so hopefully I'll be safe. Oh, look, the Athenians trying to drop forces behind me here. My navy is all the way back here. Wonder if I go back into no stance. Let's see if we can get up behind these Athenian fleets and try and trap them in. Enemy transports, enemy fleet. And I'll kind of just leave these guys here in a fortified stance. Let's see if we can get rid of some of these agents. Not much chance there, or there, but we'll try it. Enemy agents hindered. Again, better than nothing. Here's my awesome veteran. Let's see if we can get another kill. Enemy assassinated, man. That guy's fantastic. And he's level 9, which is pretty awesome. I think one more and I'll have a highest level possible. I can't upgrade slaughter anymore. I'm not in an army, so I probably don't want to upgrade campaign movement anymore. Assault patrol. Movement range. Alright, that gives him additional military training. Hopefully I can get him back in an army after this. Okay. I wonder if I can... because this province is upset up here. And it said we had slums in Cosentia. I need to take care of that. My bad. Let's tear down the slums. I can't build another grain market, unfortunately. Can get some wealth and extra research rate, so I'll probably go ahead and spend my money on that. Okay, let's end this turn and see. Look at my income, already way up from just having researched that tech tree item, and then a few buildings, you know, can quickly help turn around stuff like that. Let's see, plus 15 critical success. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's end the turn. Macedonians were doing something around Apollonia, but they didn't attack me, and now it's past all those Greek factions, I think. So they're not going to attack me, which is good. Definitely good. And I think it's time for me to assault Apollonia, and it looks like we're going to get to without any more resistance to that. I mean, there are a lot of Macedonian troops there, though, so this... I expect this is going to be a big fight. Let's get our troops...
reporting, my lord.
Onto shore.
Ready for blocked. We cannot pass.
Okay.
Your orders, my lord.
Let's attack these Macedonians. I am going to get reinforcements from my other army, though I'll probably have to land them on the beach. This isn't the best army I have, but it gives me a lot of extra troops. But of course, they're going to get their garrison army, plus the Syracusan army, plus both Macedonian armies. So it's the Citizen Cav, Tarentine, 2 Sarissas. And what do they have here? Whew. 2 companion cav, one of them's a general. Macedonians are definitely going to have a lot of cav, but I have artillery, so that ought to work to my favor. I'll try and take out the enemy cav first, so that way I can use my own cav to take out their skirmishers and win the rest of the battle. So this is going to be a big fight, and I'm going to be controlling 2 armies, But obviously my plan will be to put the two armies together, so I'll probably deploy somewhere in this area where I can try and quickly beach this fleet and get that army off to assist me. This is going to be a big fight. An important fight, too. I mean, the Macedonians have a number of decent troops here. They've got some pikemen, they've got quite a few hoplites. When I say decent troops, they're not fantastic, but, you know, my troops aren't really fantastic either, and Macedon fields better troops as a general rule. The good thing is my army with ballista is the one that deployed over land, and the terrain's not really going to hurt me at all back here. I'd kind of like to put my hoplites in the center for holding. Put my ballista right behind them. I'm going to leave them on regular standard shot, but I am going to take them off fire at will. And let's go ahead and put these Libyan infantry here. These Libyan infantry here. A general in the back. Let's put some Carthaginian cav to support. And let's start the battle. Our reinforcement should be on the way. Should be coming back right here.
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Okay, I'm just going to immediately send all these ships to land. My cav in this other army, though, I forgot is going to be dismounted, and I can't land all the way back here either. So the more and more boats that I have come in, the further over here I'm going to have to land. In fact, there are no more landing positions there, so I'm going to have to land these here. That should be pretty much that whole group, though. Okay, so they're on the way. They are a ways out, so I've got to hold out till then, whereas the Macedonians' reinforcements are going to be coming from overland. But the Macedonians are a long ways away from me, so I'm safe for now. I've got a big ranged advantage with my ballista, and as soon as the Macedonians get in range, I'm going to target their cav with my ballista and see if I can gain a cav supremacy. That way their skirmishers aren't able to be effective, and it looks like the Macedonians are spreading out all over the map. That's fine. Whenever they get here, they're going to have to attack me somewhere, so I'll be able to play defensively. Plus, they're taking their time, which is just allowing my fleet to get here. They do have a lot of cavalry. Tarentine. I'm going to be firing on the companion cav when it comes into range. There's one of them. Sarissa cav, mercenary, and here's the other one, which is a general. A general companion cav will be my first target as soon as it's within range. So the AI is going to consolidate all of its forces, though, so that is going to be a little bit dangerous. And my reinforcements need to get here. They need to get here fast. Please, please hurry. So I do have it in fast forward. Fortunately, though, the AI is still deploying all its troops. And like I said, I do have my this battle might lag some too, because there's going to be a lot of guys in the field. I do have my artillery, and again, I'll try and put that to as good a use as possible. Fortunately for me, the AI is all kinds of blobbed up, so with them being fairly blobbed up, that ought to help my cause as far as more hits with my artillery. Their guys are still all outside my artillery range. Wow, this is a lot of troops. I'm probably going to have some major frame rate issues here, especially since I'm recording. I notice the fast forward's already running real slow. Check this out. Got my army coming in back here. 3 boats going to have to land over there. Those ones are going to be in a great deal of danger. I'm going to have to get those troops unloaded and start running over here. Okay, let's see if they're in range. Okay, they're just now coming close to range. And again, I apologize, but you probably will get a lot of frame lag. There's going to be way more troops on here than I really should have on the screen at any one given time. Those are just archers. Definitely not going to waste my ammo on them. Let's go back in the army view. Okay, again, fire at will is off, which is going to be important for me. As soon as these guys are completely in range, I'll go ahead and take a shot. killing the general would be lucky, though I'm not going to count on that. Okay. Let's take some shots. I'm going to need to keep an eye on what kind of damage I'm getting. I have some dismounted cav units. They're going to be in here too. Ooh, a good first hit. 20 casualties on that general unit. That's fantastic. Yeah, that standard shot's going to be really good against this cav. Take a volley at this Sarissa cav. Now I want to spread out the damage so that all these cav units are very much weakened. Yeah, the frame rates at this point have got to be dropping. I don't really know which troops I have going where, but just for the time being, I'm going to try and get some troops spread up to either flank. I've got to keep targeting my my ballista properly. Some mercenary citizen cav there, I'm going to hit it. Again, the AI is, there's huge numbers of them, so all of my missed ballista shots are going to be getting kills. I've already racked up over 100 kills with one, and 90 kills with another, and guys just continue to die. Perfect. Got some good hits on that citizen cav. Where's that other companion? Right here. So I'm going to target that other companion cav. I really wish I could like research more ammo for my ballista. That would be really helpful. But what I have is going to be helpful in and of itself. Artillery firing at this companion cav. Oh yeah, some great hits there. Took that companion town down to 50 on the first hit. Okay, there's some shield bearers here. That's a tough unit. I'll see what I can do to them. Okay, I need to remember to get all my swords out of formation attack, all my hoplites out of formation attack, pikes into pike phalanx, out of formation attack. Okay, these units need to be pulled up. I just need all my units in this vicinity to start off with. I really don't want these units to get caught either. Okay, I'm wasting all my ammo here on these shield bearers. Got a few kills though. Let's see if we can hit a few more of these cav. Okay, the AI is coming at me
The enemy general
full throttle.
is dead.
I'm not gonna sit here and take all these javelins. I'm gonna charge out into combat. Just getting a big fight here. I'm gonna throw more units up here. More units in this direction. I need more backup units here. This is gonna be a massive fight. There's no possible way that I can do this properly. I do want to see if I can get some cav clear out around this flank. See if I can use my general. See if we can get this cav out around the flank as well. I'm gonna
is dead.
try and look for weak spots and throw my guys in. I heard that an enemy general's dead. Not that I would know where or how. Looks like I could use some more support here in the center of this fight, so that's where I'm gonna head to. Got some cav heading around over there. Okay. Let's get this cav around. I'm gonna put more men in the center. Inspire. Raise banner. War cry some of these units in here. Second win. Let's just get all in here. Let's see if we can take these guys through. Some of my units are getting killed, but others are doing well. Let's go see if I can get these skirmishers. All the enemy cav committed to a melee fight, apparently. Let's see if we can guys into these fights. I have no idea what units are where. I'm just clicking orders as best I can to try and... Oh, my cavalry just got run through by a Sarissa cav. Let's see if I can catch him with my pikemen. It's not good when I accidentally click an order to run my men through an enemy unit, because this game has been changed to where that's very detrimental for your troops. I got some slingers working on my Carthaginian cab, but I really want to get back into this big mess of... Here we go. And I've got my other Carthaginian cab back in here into all these skirmishers, so I know this is a big mess and I can't really get you a whole lot of close-ups easily, at least, but I am going to take a victory here, I think. The AI just came in a head-on fight, which, to be quite honest, is probably going to favor my troops more than them. Those hoplites are doing really well against my swords, or I accidentally pulled through. Can't tell which one.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Indeed it is. The only real resistance is still just right here in the center, and I'll just throw... I know it's kind of blobby, but we'll just throw more men at it. Looks like I broke those light hoplites over here. Wow. Talk about a victory there. I did take a number of losses, but turned out pretty well, all things considered, because trying to micro that many units is dang near impossible. So, pretty happy with the way that turned out, and that is definitely the biggest battle we've fought so far. 4,895 kills. I did lose, looks like about 1,000 men, but that means that I got a 5-to-1 kill on the enemy troops, which is fantastic. Look at that, almost 300 kills with one ballista, almost 200 with another. Fantastic results there, all things considered. These enemy agents around here scare me though. Look at 1,220 enemy captured. I'm going to kill all these captives, send them packing, and then I want to take Apollonia so that my troops can start retraining. So I'm going to bring these troops ashore. Actually, I can't bring those troops ashore, not easily at least. Which ones are in better shape? Okay, so at this point, we can assault Apollonia. They don't have a whole lot of troops left, but this should be relatively simple. Let's go ahead and assault the city, and then we will have made our first big foothold into Greek territory. Now, my problem is going to be here is that I'm going to have to expand quickly and try and take out Greek territory to try and bring down their ability to resist. I'm also going to have to put kind of a lightning strike on the RDI. And no doubt some of these other factions in the area probably won't like me being here, and so it's quite possible I could end up in more wars. That's one of the dangers of being the Barcid faction, which is that I could very well end up with lots of enemies very quickly. Let's see. Some of these units I don't want to risk them getting killed, so I'll leave them back here. Put the better units. Actually, put these guys here. I guess we can just put them all here. Just intersperse my cav. Take those guys out of formation attack.
They think themselves better than us, better than all the world. We will pay back their cavalry.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
There's a bunch of enemies down here, slingers, citizen hoplites. I say a bunch of enemies, actually not that many. Again, I'm gonna leave these two. Ooh, I'm gonna leave these two damaged units behind. Move forward with these units here and see if we can attack from that side as well. And if I can, I'll sneak some cav through. Got all my reinforcements coming at this point. Okay, so that's my general. This is just my reinforcing army. I'm just going to send them walking this direction. I have a reinforcing navy coming in as well, too.
The battle is turning in our favor.
None of these reinforcements are necessary. I'm I'm pretty sure that I easily have this battle under control, and all they have, look, is a unit of slingers right here, so I'm just gonna keep running for the town center with these pikes. I'll take out the slingers with my cav. Actually, let's take this cav in here. Go on the attack there. Go ahead and start assaulting there. There's another one where I have more troops than I know what to do with at the moment. More troops than I need. Oh, there are probably Macedonian reinforcements coming in from out here. So actually, let's leave. Oh, look, here comes a Macedonian cav unit. Turn around. Shield wall. See if we can get some bracing. It's a mercenary Tarentine cav, so it'll probably try and avoid an engagement and just throw javelins. Okay, and I'm just going to push the town center with these two units. And we can take these guys out of shield wall. I was putting them in shield wall to try and get a bracing bonus just in case that cav charged me. Might as well bring these units in or else they could get killed by the Macedonian army out there. Okay, and these pikemen I should be able to get in behind all these units over here. I'm going to take them out of, or actually, I'm going to put them back into pike phalanx. Try and get a hold of some of these units over here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and quick an attack order to try and get them to drop their spears. Got some light hoplites approaching. Okay, good. We'll be able to take out those light hoplites. Town center's coming under my control. And it looks like all my fleet is out here. I have no need for it, but it's here. AI is trying to outflank me over here. I'll probably get a few kills because they're on my flank, but if I can just push into these light hoplites, yeah, they're going down. Once they go, I can turn my attention, and then my Libyan hoplites are overwhelming the resistance right here. Oh, my men are wavering. Ah! There's been a unit of javelin men just taking out my Carthaginian cav. Lucky for me, it didn't pick my general. And then I've got some more cav harassing me over there. Where's this cav at? Let's get this cav in here so I can pick out anything that's throwing junk at me. Alright, my general got in there and took out those javelin men. Be the end of them. Too bad I lost that cav unit, though. I think I'll get it back on the next battle.
Libyan infantry!
Got some hoplites, javelin men.
Libyan infantry!
And I do have some cav coming from the other side to help me out. Plus, got this general here, but general's bodyguard doesn't have any abilities, though. Must be a rank 1 or something. Let's see, they're trying to go around me. Trying to go around me both ways. Don't really have a good answer to that at the moment. Really gonna need this cav. I'm gonna have to get rid of these javelin men.
What are your orders?
Let's take this general over here and see if we can run a hammer and anvil strike. Took out those javelin men. Oh crap, foot companions. Fortunately for me, they did not make it into phalanx. Definitely gonna need a cavalry assist here, probably.
We are at your command.
And it looks like we've gotten into control of the town center, so it's only a matter of time at this point anyway. Let's come into the back of these hoplites. Chase down the javelin men with one cav and run a hammer and anvil assault on these foot companions, because those guys are doing pretty good. And if I remember right, they increased the melee defense. Whoa, check it out, the AI is going to intercept me with those javelins. That was actually a good move. Keep me from hitting their foot companions and allow them to do more damage. So my general came in from behind. Those hoplites are all hurting pretty bad now. Those javelins are dying, but my Libyan infantry's taking a considerable amount of damage. I mean, they're putting up a good fight against an elite unit like a foot companion. If that foot companion would have gone into pike formation, that would have been all for me. But now I'm into the back of the foot companions with my cav. And they're dropping rapidly. This blob over here is turning into my favor as well. That quick hammer and anvil from my general was actually very helpful. So it looks like the Macedonians are going to be defeated. Foot companions are dead as well. So we've been successful in taking Apollonia and I guess putting the first bit of hurt that we could on the AI. Hopefully I didn't lose any of my units. It is quite possible I lost that Carthaginian cav though. Unfortunately that's a unit that I need. Hate to see it go because it's good at running down skirmishers, and the Macedonians I expect will be using quite a bit more cav than any factions I fought up to this point. Their faction's a little more cav heavy, so I'm supposing the AI recruits it more often. But since we've captured Apollonia, this means my guys will be able to start retraining. I did not lose that cav unit, nor any of my units. That's fortunate. We're going to occupy Apollonia. Got a lot of rank ups there. It looks like Knossos is nearby. I don't know if that was on purpose, like they came to assist, or if they're just sailing past. Sesatani are still alright with me. Nasamones. Knossos still very much dislikes me. We might try some more. I wonder why the Sesatani... overall, their cultural aversion towards me is pretty high. But they're not going to dislike me at the moment, I don't think. So that is pretty great. We've established a foothold. Got all of our troops here. I'm going to move in close to the city so all my men have each other's protection. We're going to be in fantastic shape at this point. I now have a city to which I can easily ferry reinforcements. So what I'll need to do is put one army to the north against Epidamnos, or whatever that city is. And then I'm going to have to take probably a couple of armies to the south. And then I'll need another army to come hit Pella. That way we can put a knockout blow on Athens, Macedon, and Sparta all at once. Look, the Nasamones are up here. I wonder if they're trying to go to war with Macedon as well, because that's a possibility. It could be very helpful in the end. Let's see, because I know that they like me, because I'm their... I think they're one of my client states. Yeah, they are. They're quite happy with me. So that's pretty cool. And they are indeed at war with Macedon and them, so the Nasamones are going to actually assist me. After all that time of hurting me, here they are coming back trying to be helpful. That's an enemy fleet. Looks like it's trying to make its way to Syracuse. I'll chase it down with this fleet. This army doesn't need to be fortified anymore. I'm not sure where those Athenian... Ooh, that's a good question. Where'd those Athenian vessels go? I've got a veteran back here that I'm not using. That stinks. Oh well, there's a whole bunch of stuff that needs to be done. I'm out of time though. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I will be back soon with more. But there we are. We've finally put the hurt on some of the Greek factions, so the war is on. We'll see if there's a counterattack or anything else. I wonder. Let's take a look. Just one last quick look at diplomacy. There's some of these factions that these people are at war with that I may be able to make an alliance with. Undiscovered factions. Oh, the Seleucids are going to be strong. Interesting. We'll see what we can do. Like I said, Heir of Carthage, signing off for now.